That's a good shot.
Table 3.
I don't know if a 1 passes a 2.
I can see everybody coming back and rejoining us. Thank you very much. Apologies for that. It looks like we had Facebook go down, so that's a good portion of our viewership. So we just went ahead and reset the stream. Thank you all for coming back. Hello, Tim. Thank you for joining us. How is Dylan faring today? I know he was, I believe, in the hot seat match, the last I heard. He was shooting out there at, the place is escaping me. Shooting in a benefit. If you haven't, go ahead and type it in there, Tim. Carlisle, where's that at? They were as
that's like above York.
Carlisle Moose?
No, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's where Jim Thorpe came from, I believe. Dylan's from Pennsylvania, isn't
Yeah, Dylan's one of our sponsored players. Exceptional young man. Really is a student of the sport. Spends a lot of time when he's not playing. He's always studying the game. And what's really nice is because he's part of the team, he's open to offering advice to our players all the time. It's kind of the benefit of having a player development program. And when you bring some of these talented players on board, it's kind of like special forces. You know, you cross-train when you're in the military and stuff. When you have someone with those skill sets come on board, all of a sudden it starts propagating to everybody else. So we're very excited to have Dylan a part of our player development program. Also, Nicole Nestor, who you're familiar with, part of the player development program.
She has nice talent, Nicole. Nice lady.
Her and Dylan, I was chatting with Nicole recently, and she says, I said, man, your game is looking so strong. And she goes, you know what it is? I'm constantly practicing with Dylan. And he is just such a tough competitor, and he's quick to educate, and it's just helping my game. So I can't say enough about Dylan's sport. I hope you do, sir. Come on out. I would love to shake hands with you.
Yeah, Carlisle's by Harrisburg, and it was an Indian reservation, a Native American reservation. Jim Thorpe came from that Carlisle reservation, the great Jim Thorpe. Just to give you all a history lesson. Now, Sean's got to run this rack and take care of business. He's going to get lucky.
Kang Lee really hasn't had much opportunity. Sean has been basically in control the whole time.
The opportunity Kang was given was one that he didn't even expect to get, with Sean missing that 6 ball in the side pocket that last game. And sometimes people can hear footsteps. Ooh, it's got to hurry. 50-yard line. He didn't hit that ball particularly crisp. Well, if the shot is long and the angle's wrong, who are you going to call? Stroke testers. He hit that ball mighty sporty.
A little short on the angle, but I don't think he'll have any problem here.
Just watching the this ball wants to come towards the side pocket on his right. He spun it in good.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be 6-1.
Little left punch. 9, 10 o'clock. Well, just got to stay down and make his ball, Sean. Ooh, he dribbled that one in.
All right, so Sean Wilkie up 6-1 over Kang Lee.
Kind of unexpected, but Sean played real strong. He made a couple mistakes only. Missed a 6 ball and one safety selection. I'm still scratching my head over, but
Well,
hey.
Sean breaking for the match. Go on to the final.
Yeah. Whoever loses this match is going to play whoever comes out of the match with Crimes, Paul Crimes, and I think Rafael. Oh, he came up dry, I think. Yeah. A Mojave mash. Dry.
Randy Davis, table 9.
The only push out here is the billiard, and he doesn't want to give up the billiard.
Yeah, so Paul Crimes will play the loser of this match.
I'm sure Sean's going to play this shot, play the billiard, but he's going to call the hit over. Even though the 5 is a little past the 1, he'd get the benefit of the doubt on the split hit. But he should still call in an official. Otherwise, it goes to Sean. Now he's got a wide open table.
I'm sorry, it's he'll be playing Rafael Debreo.
Rafael Rayo.
Rafael Debreo, the loser of this match. My apologies.
Well, it looks like to me that if Sean can go from the 3 to the 4, he's going to be 1 win away from the mozzarella. Sean will draw his ball straight up to the 4, and he has protection with the 9, and so he can't draw it into the pocket unless it hooks him.
Uh-oh. He might got lucky with the bump.
He's good.
Yeah. That could have been trouble.
Yeah, but he's straight in. He isn't totally out of the woods, but
Hit this ball with high right and try to run it off that short rail if you cheat the pocket a little bit.
No, I don't think he has that luxury, Wayne. I think he can only roll this in.
Yeah, it looks that way.
You see, if he tries to snatch this with the draw, he might clip the 10. And if he rolls it, he hits the 7.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Ray.
Well, here comes the room rent. He's reaching.
Yeah, I wouldn't want this shot.
He's good. He'd make this ball all day.
I knew he was going to make it. I just say I didn't want it. The
litany.
Yeah, you would like to be a little better than that, but that's, not bad.
The litany is about to occur here.
Yeah, I agree.
Rail first, I think.
Smart play. Gonna go 1, 2, maybe 3 rails, 2 rails.
No,
for sure.
he's gonna come 1 rail high left to come to middle diamond.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's what I was thinking right there.
The condemned man ate a hearty meal.
Nice shot there by Sean.
7-1, Mr.
7-1.
Wilkie. Other than that 6 ball he missed, Sean played a pretty tight match there.
Yeah, Kang didn't have any real opportunities. It is winter break, but if you break dry, or I think Sean just kind of took control of the table and never looked back.
He missed it both times.
So just hang tight. We'll have our next match in just a few minutes.
All right. Boy.
Folks, I'm going to go ahead and put up a slideshow of our team members, while we're not wasting time, while we're in a holding pattern. So stand by, and George and I are going to grab a bite real quick in between matches. I'll be right back.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going live, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago. And I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
All right, folks. So just getting done from finishing a little dinner, and these guys were quick to get started. And so we've updated the lower third. Loser of this match will be third place. The winner will advance to the final, face Sean Wilkie. And we're playing a true double elimination. So the loser of this match in the final against Sean would have to double dip him.
Hurry, one of these boys has to go to New York. Both guys go back to New York. So they're looking at 11 o'clock minimum to get home.
So George was just saying that they're the guys they hear from New York. They're looking to get out of here. They wouldn't be getting home until almost 11 p.m., which is still pretty good considering, you know, this tournament's gone pretty smooth.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it's definitely reasonable.
Dave Stanley.
But
and
if
Bianca
you got a full
Club
pocket full of
from the
cash,
score sheet.
makes the ride a lot easier.
Always does.
All right, so I'm going to turn George's mic on. You done eating, George? You're still eating, you're still eating, still eating. So George is going to be leaving us tonight around 7. He's got a prior engagement, but I wanted to thank him again for everything he's done this weekend. I'm sure we'll be working together more often. The feedback from everybody's been great, and certainly a very knowledgeable professional in the booth. So Kang looking to get a little redemption from the last match, and no better way to start than winning the first rack. Folks, if you have a minute, since we reset the stream, if you have a minute to go ahead and just reshare our stream, like it, reshare it. I appreciate that. Thank you in advance for your help.
Adam Green, Joe Warner, table 14. Jimmy Various, Barry Watkins, table 8.
So Kang Lee takes early lead, 1-0 over Rafael de Breo. If you're just joining us, we've been here all weekend at Center Pocket in Bowie, Maryland, covering the first annual 10-ball open for the B&L tournament. Excuse me, for B&L tournaments. That's Brian Kilgore and Lai Lee. And those folks have been doing a great job in the last, I would say, year or so, just building their tournament schedule and running very efficient tournaments. Apologies, my girlfriend stopped over and was just asking about the internal TVs. We had to, when we reset the stream, took the TVs down, so they're going to go ahead and reconnect all the TVs here so everybody can see the stream. So what do you do here, George? Just thin off of this 2-ball, you think, and just try to bring the cue ball back up table, hide the 2-ball a little bit?
That's tough because the four is in his way coming back up table at that angle. He's got to beat the four. He's got to spin it.
Yeah, so George is saying you got to spin this ball, and he doesn't look favorable to play that safety.
That's what I thought he was doing. He called the trade ball.
Oh, wow.
Why, I don't know.
I mean, I guess if he doesn't call it, then Path is going to take it that way. They're going to give it back to him anyhow. I don't know. Try and find cover behind the 8-ball and the 10. Didn't get there.
Anybody who is not in a match, please do not be in the playing area. If you are not in a match, please do not be in the playing area. No hitting balls, no practicing. The tables are for the tournaments.
No other shot needed ball. Oh, he's fighting this ball.
So thinned that 2-ball in there beautifully. Wow, avoided the 10 and the 8. Set up for the 4. You want your mic?
Hugh Garner, Russ Redhead, table 3.
All right. George is back in action.
Yeah. They'll draw this ball out a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much.
That looks pretty straight.
That's okay. He can draw his ball.
Yeah, that's probably beneficial, actually. Draw back down there where he's at.
He'll draw to the middle diamond. Right where his cue is going through. He might even go a little more than his right than that. Yeah, right
You
where
called
the
it.
diamond, yeah. He's a little straight on this ball, too. But all these players got the low inside sweep draw. That can get him to cascade up.
Yeah, they'll draw it back into that long rail with inside English and spin it down table.
To play the 10 in the lower right.
That's the shot. Don't go on the side. Don't go on the side. Wow, they're so tight.
He didn't spin the ball.
Yeah, just too much draw. Yeah.
One apiece. In my experience over lots of years, So many of these matches, Wayne, I've witnessed that go hill and all, they're lost. They're not won, and that's a spot where you can ran out good, and then
Got a little
fell
straight.
asleep.
Yeah, got a little straight, and that's a pretty, not to minimize it, but that's a pretty standard shot for that level of player. I mean, that's a shot I use pretty often, and you wouldn't expect that. It's just a matter of hitting the ball too low and not enough inside to spin it off the rail.
It looked like he really overhit it speed-wise too. In other words, he twitched. That's a good break shot. 6 in the side. This is what the doctor ordered for Rafael to get a cheap game, and then get on his break and start letting the stroke out and getting this contest, because this is probably, I'm just going to take a wild guess, anywhere from a $500 to $800 difference in payouts between the second and third, including the Calcutta if they're involved in that.
I think these guys have a few friends in the Calcutta. So,
Well, but
there's a big difference in the cash.
I played in tournaments where the Calcutta pot was greater than the tournament price.
Well, that's most of the time these days. It feels like,
Well, these tournaments,
yeah.
lots of action. And I won a tournament in York a long time ago, York, Pennsylvania, that probably I win like $650 or something to win the tournament, and I won like $1,400 in the Calcutta. I ended
Yeah.
up getting all myself for $20.
That's a good day, right? Well, you're not going to sneak up on anybody much after that. You know, they're going to be paying attention. You're not going to get yourself for $20.
They had one guy that got all the money, and he couldn't make a ball that day for whatever reason. He was dead by the time we got to the money rounds in that tournament. Never forget it. Now, you know, it's a nice day, you know, for a regional player when you win a couple $1,000s. In a smaller tournament. This is a little fast, this angle. The 7 goes to by the 8 in the side.
Yes, sir, Mark Ford. It truly is.
That's
The voice.
Sir Marcus
Hammerbacker.
Aurelius. I used to call him the young legs. And he used to get mad at me.
Mark is still a talented pool player. Can't take anything away from him on the pool table for sure.
Mark, plenty of talent. Love him to pieces. Good guy.
Isabel Perez and Andrew too. Isabel Perez and Andrew too.
Yeah, I love to check out his skull structure. I wanted to see if he had any slope in the parietal region, which would indicate Neanderthal. It's 2-1 in favor
Rafael DeBray.
Rafael.
All right, folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. I'm in the booth here today. George Hammerbacker has joined us. And it's been a pleasure all weekend. And he'll be back again, I'm sure. This is the what we call the loser final. Loser of this match will be in third place. Winner will advance to face Sean Wilkie. They'll have to double dip Sean. This is a true double elimination event.
Mark, thank you very much for the kind words. You have lots of talent, always did, and you got to have the San Francisco wrist, that area 415 special. When you go to when you head down the Rice-A-Roni Trail. Only Mark knows what even I'm talking about, which is good, because otherwise
They wouldn't be ready for the stream.
It's PG-13
Okay.
rated.
Okay.
R on a tough day.
All right.
I don't ever emit expletives. That's one thing that won't come out of my mouth, is any expletives.
Thank you for that, George.
Well,
We do try to keep it as clean as we can.
well, you see, the thing is that we never know who's watching, and the one thing we don't want to do is turn off any parents that are allowing their youngsters to watch some of these people.
That's absolutely, and I think about that all the time.
And plus, yes, spinning it. That's exactly right. Those were the days. Mark was a young man, and it took him a long while to figure out really how good he really was. And a three-railer.
Good safety. Double.
Yeah, that's a that's a
two-way.
legit shot. Yeah, that was about 40 years ago. It was 1986, 87, 88 around Kelly's, when we had 6 tables in that pool room before they moved to the big place. How's your sis? How's Diane doing?
Well, since we're talking about Marv Ford, we got a minute. He primarily shoots out of the new Greenroom Billiards. And thank you for all they do. Help grow the sport. That's the home of the Maryland APA. All the big tournaments as you're advancing to Vegas are out of there. And if you want, we did post their event schedule up in our description. Go ahead and check that out. So thank you to the new Greenroom Billiards.
Cool, Mark. Good people. Good people she is. Diane, good people. Just
Hey,
like you.
You were asking about the payouts there with the auction and stuff. I generally don't put out the business of the players and the tournament directors through my stream. And if you really want to know what's going on with the tournament, just take a minute and check out their site. I'll go ahead and put their link in the chat. And you can just check out B&L tournaments and all the questions you have about what's going on with the cash and upcoming events. It'll all be right there.
Well, he might have to stand up on a soapbox like Moscone, masse it out to the second diamond and then curve it over to the 2-ball. Or he might have a 3-railer. You come past the 5 and play a Z shot, a Z kick. I don't know if he can get in there. That's questionable at best. Oh, he did. Bumped to 3. Oh, it wasn't going to make any difference. You weren't going to have a shot on it either way. Okie dokie. Oh, he did. This looks like he might just go up the rail here and leave him behind the 710. You weren't gonna have a shot on it either. Didn't hit it. He ain't gonna like this. Guaranteed. Okie dokie. Oh, he did. This looks like he might just go up the rail here and Rafael may get flushed up behind the 10. Didn't hit it. He ain't gonna like this. Imagine that. Guaranteed. Okie dokie. Again, thanks for the kind words. I'm having a ball doing this. Behind the 10. Huh. Imagine that. Again, thanks for the kind words. 3 rails from behind it. No cushion. That's the trouble with that, hitting that speed. No cushion after contact. Three rails from behind. 4 passes to 6. This is a pretty good layout. No cushion. I think it does. Trouble with that, hitting that speed. No, as long as he doesn't bump it. With 4 passes to 6, this is a pretty good layout. He might be jacking up and playing the 4 cross table. That looks like the posture he's taking here. He's not going to roll this ball. Yep, that's correct. 5 just goes past the 10, but he's a little wrong on this ball. It's going to get to his left a little bit. He might be. He doesn't like it particularly now. He might have to play for the 5 in the side and try to beat the scratch. 5 just goes past the 10, but he's a little wrong on this ball. It's going to get to his left.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
He doesn't like it particularly. He can still cut this in on the jump. Might have to play for the 5 in the side. Enough oranges sticking out. Try to beat the scratch. Just goes past the 10. He's a little wrong on this ball. Mark likes 4 rails. He's got some orange sticking out. He can still cut this in on the jump. Just a little sliver of orange paint.
Randy Davis. Kelly Daniel, table 12. Randy Davis, Kelly Daniel, table 12.
To be 74 years old and still have 20/20 vision. He's got some orange sticking out.
Yeah, I got it, guys. I just noticed it.
Brian says I'm echoing.
Yeah, I just saw it. there was we had the audio not muted on one of the streams, or excuse me, one of the screens in the background. It was playing and it was causing that echo. I apologize, folks.
That's a tender little shot. Must play the corner, I would think. The bracket, well, Thomas, these two guys, the loser of this match is third place. The winner goes to the finals to play Sean Wilkie and has to double dip him for the Do Re Mi. That's the only bracket that's left. Perfect. He was stuck between hitting that and letting his stroke out and hitting that medium shot to a tougher shot. But he scored. We got two apiece here in this loser's side final match.
One ball does not fall.
Nope. It's a cliffhanger. It's but the 9 ball's in a curious position.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can spin it and flatten it out enough off the rail to spin it down between the rail and the 9. He might be able to sort of stun it with draw, and I don't know. Just spin it. I don't think he get enough power behind it.
You see, if he plays the outside point, he might not get past the 410 to come inside the outside the 9. He's going to draw his ball, I think.
No, he was able to flatten it out off the rail nicely.
It wasn't easy. But I like him on the safe here, dead to rights. Either the thin ball, 2 rails, up table where his hand is, his glove hand.
Looks like he drawed it up, George.
Well, I watched him survey it, and I read the body language, you know. But that was a hell of a shot, though. He can't spin this ball past the point of that side pocket. I don't think the 6 ball has also got just a hair too much green paint on it. He doesn't have his side rail. He might be able to hit this 3 rails. Come up, just edge this ball. He can just edge the ball, unless it fans out on him again. Came in short. Actually overhit the ball. Nice try.
Chris Natter, table 1. Chris Natter.
I thought he might have been able to just brush that ball at best.
All right, so Kang Lee to the table.
Yeah.
Straight in like this, George? Why wouldn't he just create an angle?
That's a question that I couldn't even remotely answer what was in his head there.
I mean, it just seems like to me that kind of shot's going to be very difficult to control the pace when you're driving down the ball like that, like a Massey. And I think he could have went almost 2 rails and got a similar.
I like him playing 1 rail to the 4-ball side pocket.
Yeah.
From that angle there.
Chris Funk, Matt Clatterbuck, table 7. Chris Funk, Matt Clatterbuck, table 7.
He's going to have to roll forward a little bit so he can avoid being ensconced on the 10. But he'll just, or he can if he has angle, he can come across and get straighter on the 5. Caught the 10. Well, now his die is cast. He's got to come back 1, 2 cushions, and then back. He just has to let his stroke out a little bit here. Just like that.
Asking for it to settle.
That's sweet there. You don't want anything better than this. This is as good as it gets. He gets to come across, get the angle on the 7 and the side, down to the 8. Tap ins. Just go straight across, just a little bit. As good as it gets. I like him. He can either punch. You see the bar table shots, the punch. He's got just a minor out angle, I think, to the 9.
He's gonna have to pull a little bit of draw on this ball. He should be all right.
I got him just stunning it out to the middle of the table. High left. He should be parallel with his cue ball. High left ball. He's drawing it though. That's good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough, but you don't want to be in the rail. No reason for that.
And you bring the scratch into play. People jump up on balls like that from time to time. But Kang knocks it in, and it's 3-2 in favor of Mr. Kang Lee. Now they can't even remember whose break it is, who won the leg. Only their hairdressers know for sure.
All right, so game number 6 coming up. Kang Lee leads 3-2 in a race to 7. Thank you for joining us. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. out here on location at Center Pocket in Bowie, Maryland. This is the loser side final. Loser is in third place. Winner advances to face Sean Wilkie. And he'll have to be double dipped. Kang lead a break, leading 3-2.
That's a favorable looking layout there.
So this is going to be the shot here. He needs to be able to pocket this one ball and get into a proper position so he can get over there for the 3. I don't think it's going to be much problem. He just needs to go. Well, maybe that 7 could come into play there if you're trying to get on the 2 ball. Get loose with the cue. So what do you think, George? This is kind of the point where, you know, the 2 ball is probably going to be the key shot here, right?
Yes, and this is a shot you play ultra aggressive, because if you don't get it going on the 2 ball, the rest of this rack doesn't matter. You're going to be playing safe. He played it aggressive and jacked up.
That was the product, like you said. You had to go for it because it's a run out table.
But he had to hit that one. And my experience in 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, you always got to make that one special shot.
Yeah.
Every game to get the cheese.
And often it's after the break where you got to make a ball to get in position, because you have to take it where it lays, right? You haven't had a chance to really adjust the position, and that's where that key shot usually comes into an open rack, where you're trying to make that first ball and transition into line to get on your next ball, following your next shot. So
you have to hit one special shot.
Yeah.
Almost every rack. If you got a 8, 9, or 10 ball rack, it's always that one shot generally. On an open table, even, where you think you're supposed to run out every time. That got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, so now the 6 ball is going to come into play here. You got to be careful.
Now he's going to on this deuce, and he's.
Oh, excuse me.
He's got to hit the 2 skinny. The 9 ball is. He's going to check some wind currents.
Justin Pellet, table 8.
Wind
Justin Pellet, table 8.
Wind currents over the 9. Well, he sold out. Big rack here, you know, trying to even the score at 3 apiece and trailing by even 2 games in a short set with an alternate break is pretty demanding. But this is no prize. He's got to hit a special shot here, really. That's reasonable. It's still tough. This rack is turning into the Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah, and it was an open rack to begin with. So it's just his.
He's just got to shoot and stick
Yeah.
and take his medicine right from there, because that'll lay decent to go from the 5 to the 6. You can't even try to get piggy and try to draw this ball anywhere.
Yeah,
You just
draw it.
shoot and stop.
Yeah, if we try and do too much, we just draw it on these tables.
Oh,
There's an example.
that was
Called it.
just,
Blocked it into the rail.
yeah, overswung, and the cue got out and away from him, and he missed it rather poorly.
So, George, what do you think fatigue after a long event like this comes into play of missing a shot like that? Just a mental
lot.
lapse?
A lot, because these guys from New York, I can't say, but in all probability, they might have driven down to beat the hotel room for a day. In other words, yeah. So that they weren't walking in here fresh.
Right.
They took a 4-hour drive, and then they got to play. They might have sprung through yesterday. They're both young enough men. Kang is very young. Rafael isn't any geezer by any stretch.
Lucas Harner, table 24.
But then coming back today, you can start to walk on your ankles, especially if you're
Yeah.
going through the loser's side for a good while. Play lots of matches back to back to back. You stay in stroke. Kang is 30. Boy, he beat the guesser on that one. He gets a Cupid doll from the boardwalk from me. You know, that old beat the guess the age. I would have carded him if I was the barkeep. I know Rolf's a little older, but I might have put him at 30. I'll make you love it, William. Nice shot there, perfect speed. Good out.
All right, so Rafael DeBrero ties it up 3 games apiece. I think I said a race to 7 before. It's a race to 6. This is the B side.
Yeah. Loser of this game is headed north up 95, headed towards Eastern Delicious territory, or Baldwin, also known as the Big Apple.
All right, Rafael DeBrero to break, tied 3 games apiece, a race to 6.
The Mojave Mash. Dry. The Sahara Slam. Tough push. No
As we've
push,
been seeing
really.
is the folks that have been hitting the brakes the hardest have been the ones that have been coming up dry. You've had a few exceptions where a stout break has pocketed multiple balls, but for the most part, the folks that are over hitting this rack aren't being nearly as successful as the folks that are just putting a good solid stroke on the rack.
Well, the good news is that he tied up the 6-7. Bad news is he sold out a real nice play on the 1. But if he gets it correctly on the 3 ball, he can break the 6-7 up and stay right there on the 4. So this isn't all that bad by anybody's stretch of the imagination. Maybe the high right ball and up the inside here is my guess. Yep. That looks excellent. Here he, instead of trying to draw this ball back, played a cut pocket and come across to get about a nice shot on the 3 where you can go across the 7. Just like this. That's a little sharp of an angle. I don't know. I would have had to liked an angle where I could have gone sharp into that ball with some low left and clipped a 6 up in front of the side pocket. Now he might fan on this ball. He fanned. He might be settling for a 6-7 combo, which is somewhat unacceptable for me. Not in the match, it might mean up to like a $1,000 plus takedown difference between the 2 prizes. That's reasonable as long as he stayed on that side of the ball. Just can't let it get away from him. Can't let it get away from him too much, because this is where he's going to play the fat pocket and stick. Go over about 6 inches. Look for the ball to go in the boot part of the pocket if he hits it good. Yep. But now the 6-7 is, the 6 is coming cross table. He might get a double kiss.
7 ball's not a gimme here by any stretch.
Hardly.
Nicely done.
But he's still going to have to sing for his supper.
Just that little extra bounce off the rail. Put that cue ball, put that 6 ball on that head rail. It's made it much more complicated. If you try to spin this 6 in here, you could get in trouble here down at the bottom right-hand corner, George.
This is where he could take a dip down here where he's standing.
Yeah.
And if he puts a ton of right on the ball, he might hit the side point. But I doubt that.
Yeah, you'd really have to really get a lot of spin and not too much pace on it, let it bite.
He's going to have some definite juice on. He cued to the right inside of his ball.
He called it. He almost spun it right in the side pocket.
Right.
So really, he got a lot of spin on that ball, and because he kept the pace nice and delicate, he was able to spin that aggressively off the head rail there.
Here he's got 2 options. The one I like is just to draw the ball back, play the 9 in the side or upper corner pocket, and take what he can get, or play the side and try to get to the lower right on the screen. go up table and come back. About a 10, 12-foot move into about a 3-foot, 2-foot area. Which is the one he selected. That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful play. Good pool being played here, folks. I hope y'all are enjoying this stream. This is, I'm having fun just calling the action here. Stayed down like we teach in the academies. A lovely out from Rafael. He takes a 4-3 lead here in this third match. Thanks to Baltimore City Cues. Thanks a bunch for your continuing support of this great stream and for the game of pool. Thanks a million, folks. Thanks to Gina Cunningham at Keller Williams Integrity, the real estate agent people. Thanks a million. Thanks to the new Greenroom Billiards, Dundalk, Maryland, home of APA leagues,
Maryland
and
APA.
among others. I think they also a couple balls in.
Well, he hammered it.
And
No let up on the break. So.
No. That was like a Peter, Paul, and Mary song. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer it in the morning, hammer it in the evening, all over this land. Trouble is, nobody remembers 1964 in this place except me. This is a good angle shot at this. We could come right into the 2-ball.
Almost paid a price there.
He got fortunate because now he's got a real good cut and dried safety. He's going to bank this ball.
Oh.
But he's going to play safe and stick with the 10.
Gotta
He just
make sure
better
if you
hope he
make it,
doesn't
you still
make
see
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if it goes 2 rails, he could
He would have been in trouble.
shoot again.
Yeah. So Rafael to the table.
These 2 young men are playing their hearts out here, folks. A 2-railer. Three rails, huh? Not today. Side pocket. He had like another 6 inches on the fat side, he'd have still scratched off the deuce. That was kind of a dead situation. Right back where he is. That'll play. He's headed into the rail. He doesn't particularly like this. He can pop it off to the outside half. That's a good shot. Middle table. High right ball slightly. I always like going past the 9. I don't ever like coming off the side rails towards the side pockets. I'd rather be coming from the rail he's leaning over. Like this. You see, when you go to that side pocket like that, it's always dangerous. I see lots of games and sets lost that way. This is a classic 1-2 cushion, all center diamond, high percentage pocket billiards out. Maybe just a touch of left center English to keep the ball from fanning out. Just like that. All center diamonds. He was coming right at all center diamonds. On big tables, small tables, if you got to use the cushions, that's a formula for success. You can never scratch. 4 games to 4 now. Kang Lee evens the count in a great match. After this match, I'm going to stretch it out too for a second or two.
Yes, sir.
Even though I've gone through 3 or 4 sticks of antiperspirant this weekend, I took a shower last night, and I took a shower this morning. I just had to make sure that I was all set, so I would go through 2 more deodorant sticks.
That's a nice break.
The 1 ball is borderline there.
Yeah, it didn't dress up quite the way I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to sit up in front of the side pocket for him and just ran out of gas.
Very, very good match. Very well played, too. Very even opponents. I think if they're both from New York, chances are these guys know each other.
I think you're probably right.
And maybe even they traveled together. I was telling the viewers yesterday that thank you, Justin. I'm just having fun. I'm an old guy that's been around the game for a long time, and I love the game, and it's just a blast for me to come out and see some of my friends and just do what I do. Thank you for the kind words. That's a good shot there.
Very delicate shot.
Yeah, well now
It's a little straight on the 2.
now he's going to have to snap his rock here. He's going to have to come back about halfway or so. Don't try to get too piggy with this. Halfway. Now I would get him playing the left-hand ball and play a neutralizer shot. Hit the center diamond, kill his rock, and come up the middle of the
Straight up the
table.
middle, yeah, left.
Straight up the gut of the table. The Frisco snap. Yeah, Mark. Rice-A-Roni. There it is. but he's kind of stretched. I can't quite see. He might have an ever so slight angle into the rail. Yeah, I got him playing about a 9 o'clock shot off an upswing, and he's got to hook his ball with the rail, play the outside of the pocket, and go 2 rails to the 5 ball. He's got to turn it. Oh, he pounded it off. That's respectable. I still get sometimes caught up with what I might do on a big table, and I forget where I'm sitting. The Frisco snap. Yes. This is another one. This is where you got to kill your pill. Shoot speed to reach and trust the table. Just in case it hits any dust there for Rafael. This was one where you just let your stroke out a little bit and come 2 cushions, 1, 2, and then back. Don't try to lag this ball. That's pretty good. He caught it a little full. That's why he didn't get all the way past it. Now his draw ball might take him side pocket area. He just settled for this shot, which is a good one. That's as good as any. That's a perfect half ball shot. In other words, center cue ball to bottom edge of the 9. That's the line. Probably 1 rail, just a high center ball. Yep. The ball spun off because he had the cut on the angle, and the angle supplied the natural English to that particular shot. This is the quarter ball shot. This is center middle edge. Nice out. 5 games to 4. Rafael on the lead, on serve, and Kang on the break shot.
Yeah, so Rafael on the hill.
Yeah.
Kang need a break.
This is the importance of winning the lag.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Because these matches, when we get down to the end, these guys are all so even.
It could come down to Kang breaking and running, and then Rafael doing the same, and the match is over.
Right.
Yeah. So again, that's the importance of the lag, especially in an alternate breaking format, for sure. Nine balls down.
9 on the side. He's got an interesting looking conglomerate down the right side of the table. It looks like almost like a boomerang, the way that's shaped. his shot on the one ball is makeable, but really not all that two ball, all that accessible. This young man hardly looks he was ever out in the sun. This Kang Lee, his complexion is so. Usually that's how I try to tell people's age, by their complexion a little bit. I didn't think he was 30 years old. You could have easily robbed me. You could have broke me. At least got me for all my Cupid dolls on the boardwalk.
I was going to call that 7 ball, looks like there, George.
Yeah, well, he's going to be playing pocket speed. That wasn't so bad. You can't. There's no market, no reward here. Even if Rafael can pocket this ball, he really can't put any wood on this shot. You know, he's 2 ball is too tough. I might see him cross banking this 1 ball and coming 2 rails behind the 5-2. I can't see how he could possibly play the pocket here. Bank across corner. It looks like it would lay natural to go through the gap between the 4-6 and the 2-5. Oh my God!
Fired that ball in there.
Oh
my goodness!
Yes, indeed. That was one of the best shots I've seen all tournament.
Oh no! Wrong button. No! Hit the wrong button.
That's the good news, but he still has lots and lots of pocket billiards to play from here.
So in my haste to try to hit the instant replay for that shot, I actually hit the wrong button, so I missed it. That was one for the highlight reel for sure, so when I go through and pick a couple of shots from this match, I'll definitely pick that for the highlight reel. So go ahead and reset.
Thomas Smith and Randy Davis, table 24. Thomas Smith, Randy Davis, table 24.
Well, there's two outlooks here. Two rails behind the 4-6 crotch, or take a swing at this ball, the 3 ball. Either way, I would more than understand. Here we go. I got him playing the cut with the inside English and try to clip the 6. Try to clip the 6. That would be my guess. The guy walking in his pocket sharked him.
Probably someone not even shooting pool. Which is the problem.
There's probably some patron of this place that spends plenty of money here.
Yeah, I agree.
And Marcelo, Chris Matter and Marcelo, table 15. Come get your paper.
Tasty. Didn't quite get the total result that he wanted, but I would sort of like him firing this bank in one rail cross corner for the cash and stick for the 5 and get the money.
Table 24, Randy Davis.
He might be able to back cut it.
Chris Matter and Marcelo, 15.
Didn't pull the trigger. Yeah, get a little nap off the table. That'll change his shot. Got to bank this ball. The way this table's playing, that bank ought to be flush because it's going to be. You think it's banking short, but this one should bank right on. He's cutting the side. This is. Oh, he makes it. That's a strong shot. Here it looks like he's not. He's gonna have to play this like a mid-range high right, and go between the 6-7. Because I don't think he's got the 4-rail path, the 3-rail path rather.
Russ Redhead, table 1. Russ Redhead, table 1.
The ball come off the last rail and skip in short.
I think he'll go maybe 3 rails here, like you said, down to the 4th rail.
He's going to hit this with some pace, I think. Oh, man, did he turn that ball? That's a good shot. That's as good as he could have hoped. He's got a helper here. He can.
How tight was the spin on that ball?
Yeah, that was a tighty-whitey there. Now he's even got a helper off the 7. Even if he chunks this ball, it's still going in. But still got lots of pull. This is far from over. This is the inside ball. You got to play.
So high right here, George.
High right, and actually play the ball to deflect a little bit, so that you make sure you catch the inside of that 7 ball, so that it comes back. You just got to turn it off the tip, like that. Maybe a little bit more than he likes. Here, this shot, he might catch a piece of the 10. And if that happens, he could go in the drink.
It's a pretty intense shot on the hill. And knowing if you blow it, it's going to put Kang Lee right back into the match.
Put him on the hill
And, to break.
to break, and then your head could be in the basket.
That's right.
See, when this ball's hit slow, he might catch just dribble off the 10, and that's his gateway into that lower right corner.
Andrew 2. Henry Chow, Andrew 2, table 8.
That's past it a little. No, maybe.
Man, he hit that
No,
pretty
that's
darn
a
good.
sweet shot.
Man, well done.
He hit that shot courageously.
So yeah, with it all on the line, Rafael DeBreo pulls out 6 games to 4 over Kang Lee with an incredible shot there at the end. So Rafael DeBreo in the final.
Against Mr. Sean Wilkie.
Should be a top-notch match. We'll be right back. We're going to stretch our legs. We'll see you in just a minute.
Here we go. This. Am I back?
You're
I'm back in
You're
action.
You're back in action.
Sean Wilkie is Haverty Grace, Maryland. Sponsored on tour by Lucchese Hybrid, Cues, Rayman's Pro Shop. Those are two sponsors I know he has. And Rafael DeBreo from New York.
Lucas Berner, Mike Young, table 22. Lucas Berner, Mike Young, table 22.
Who went on the
Justin Pellet, Roland Friolo, table 18.
106 players started about 30 some hours ago,
Yeah.
and now this is the
final.
final two. Rafael, and this is a
DeBreo,
true
yeah.
double elimination. Will have to beat Sean twice. The first time this is a race to 7, and if he happens to beat Sean, I believe the second race would be to 6, because they would both have one loss. Sean might lose it. No, he didn't lose his toy, and he broke dry and safe. The 5 ball is possibly a rollout here. Is Rafael's going to tie some balls up. Good move, very good move. Sean will bank his cross table and roll him behind the 3 ball, I think.
G-Mode, Gary Muhammad, Earl Strickland, Rob Daniels. Table 14.
Earl Strickland. He might actually have a look at this ball.
Looks like you can see the edge of the 1 from my position here.
He might be able to even make it.
Sean Wilkie to the table. Folks, if you have a moment, go ahead and share the stream. This is the final. Let's go ahead and see if we can get as many viewers as we can.
He might be shooting in the gap here. Oh, look at there.
Look at that
Looky
shot.
here.
Sean just
I don't know if the
very
2
good
pass
cue.
is a 5 side pocket. I think he does. It's close.
oh man, how'd he hit it?
Right through the wickets. He split the uprights. Super Bowl's over, but he still split the uprights. But the 6 is in no man's land, and he would like to be able to play the 4 in the side off the 6. Yes. Or the bank on the 5. If the 5 banks. I might have looked at the bank on the 5 and gone 3 rails into that cluster. Safety though. Well, he made the ball, but he hits this with inside English. He shouldn't sell out. That's a pretty good shot. 2 railer. He goes inside the 10, rail first behind the 6. He might be able to hit this directly. I don't know.
Calling that bottom left-hand corner there, it looks like.
He might be going to come behind it, Wayne, with lots of right-hand spin and kick the ball from behind and try to kick it past the 10.
You try to kick stick this ball?
Kick stick, yeah, that would be my thought. He's got to jack up on it a little bit. He's got to get some serious twist. 10 got him,
That's
but
a
he's
good
still
shot.
safe.
That's
He
a
ought to
good
be.
shot.
Yeah, well, he was on the 7 if he made it. That was a real strong shot. He was on that 7.
Oh, nice hit.
He might have made this bank.
Woo! Woo! One time. Oh, wow.
A hell of a hit. That's a good, efficient shot. A slight bit of high left-hand ball. You come across for the 8.
Go off the long rail here, George.
Yeah, he's going to just come off and high left the ball and straighten it out. Here it's just a, you actually got to make yourself, even though you're going to try to hit this ball a little fuller and slower and spin it in, you got to aim for more cut than you think because of the deflection, even if he's got a low deflection shaft. Most people dump this ball when they miss it. They hit it too fat, trying to get on the shape on the 9. He played the short side. That betrayed him. He didn't play the shot I might have suggested,
I
but
think you should definitely want to spin that ball because it gives you more room to work with coming into the angle for the 9 ball to the 10.
this is
I just didn't see this.
shot I like is the cross corner bank. and draw a ball back to the 10 on the cushion and leave distance. He overchipped the cheddar. Standing room only, or it's just a sellout.
Yeah, I think that's the penalty you pay for trying to play to get underneath the 9 there.
He didn't trust confident, wasn't confident in what brought him here. He had to just play that ball a little low right and spin
And even
across
if
the
you overhit
ball.
it, you're okay. You know.
Yeah.
You just got to take the side pocket out of play.
Sean's he's got what I call an awkward one-time bridge. He's got a V curl because his angle is such he's too far back from the ball. He hit it good. And he's right. You see the balls can get dirty, little specks of chalk on them. Sean Wilkie 1-0 lead. It's a shame. Rafael really needed to win a game on Wilkie's break.
All right, Rafael to break, down 1-0 on a race to 7.
To Justin Mirando, if you're listening, if you can catch 9 years of me if you go back to on the YouTube Action Pool Tour channel. You can get 9 years of my witticisms, as well as 2 years of the JP Nude Tour that I've done commentary for. And hopefully I'll do some more commentary with this outfit.
Yeah, absolutely, George. We'll have you back.
Well, you're going to be doing JP, aren't you?
Yes, sir. We'll be covering the JP Newt, all their events next year.
So
we'll be working as a team, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited about that, and I'm really excited for the opportunity to grow the ladies' game.
Oh yeah.
I think with the ability to push our social media, we should be able to really help the ladies and get some exposure.
Sure.
And let's see if we can get some bigger sponsors for those ladies. We already have the JP Newt, the JP Chower, but really what you need is to have a couple more sponsors. So the idea is to grow the game so that you can create a mechanism for players to move on to the next level. But it's got to be sustainable, and the only way to be sustainable is to get the right marketing in place and get the right sponsorships.
That's a little short. He was wanting to come back behind the 3 ball, and didn't eat his Wheaties.
You like the cut here, George?
No reward. No reward that I can see. He's gonna miss it and try to come behind the balls. Oh, he makes it, but he's still coming behind the balls.
Yeah.
No reward. What was he shaking his head about?
It was going to be so hard to hit that ball and pocket it and hit it gently enough to not get behind.
From that distance,
From that
yeah.
distance, because you're hitting it so thin.
Well, here he's going to call the 2 in the side pocket, and I can only see him hitting the upper edge of the deuce, which is his left as he views it. Oh, he's going to jump. Never mind. All bets are off. Wind current check here. Meteorology. Not tonight, Hittite. Well,
All right, so ball in hand given. Sean Wilkie.
4-7 or he's looking to play the bank on the 4 ball. He's up 3 balls ahead, so after he pockets the 3. So he's going to get straight in on the
That's
3.
exactly what he wants to do, is get full on the 3 ball.
And just make it shoot and stop and then bank the 4.
Yep.
The thing is that
Did he get full?
oh, this is fine.
That's perfect.
He's going to come off the rail and come up about
He wants to be right where he's at
right
now.
where he's at. He's going to come off the rail and roll right to the 3 ball.
Now on this bank, you pocket the 4. You got the 6 up there covering the 5.
I got him drawing his ball from here, I would think.
So is that going to shorten the angle a bit? Drawing the
Yeah,
ball?
he has to. Yeah, you see him looking at the outside of the pocket.
Yes, sir.
That's he's already making that allowance if he's going to draw his rock. No, and then he followed the ball. It came in short.
Yeah. Yep.
He got away with it because the 4 ball is only plays to the 10 and tough shot, but it's better than a stick in the eye. Is he going to try to play the 4 off the
I was
inside
wondering
of
if
the
he's gonna try
10?
to play it off the inside of the 10, or is he
Played
going to try to play
played
the
a
10?
carom, played a rail first. That's like the Nutty Professor
I
there.
know.
I don't know. That's a
Benefit, he play it 2-way, maybe stop the cue ball where it's at, and come off the rail. You send it all across back the table, and you got the 6 and the 5 for cover if you don't make it. But as you mentioned, it's a little unorthodox to try to go off the rail to make the 10 here.
He did everything but hit it. He didn't call the 4, so he sold out this game. Sean could brush the 6 coming off of there.
I was surprised that Rafael let the cue ball release like that instead of sticking it. So he had cover if he didn't make it, but it wouldn't have been a moot point anyway.
Sean will have a little inside English on this ball, left English, I think, to try to beat the kiss on the 6. He did okay. He's natural, just roll over and lay on the rail there, and it's duck, duck, goose. That's pure. Oh, he almost dogged that ball. He almost dogged that 7. That was, I would have had a heart attack in the bleachers if I was sweating him for the series. 2-0, Sean. He got out. And that's what counts.
That's right. Sean looking real solid today.
Yeah. Sean looks like he's in real good physical condition, looking nice and trim. Looks like he's been working out a little bit.
Well, he likes to take those nature walks. He likes to go out with his girl and enjoy the nature and take photographs and stuff like that. So he certainly doesn't live in a pool room by any stretch of the imagination.
No, he loves photography, that's for sure.
Sue, if you're listening, hello. We miss you, Kelly and I.
I don't know if he's got to look at the deuce. Wonder how that other look is, Wayne. What his other look is. He may, I don't know if he has a shot at the deuce. Oh yeah, sure he does. This is center, just outside middle edge.
Trying to get that hand positioning right, get his bridge just right. Didn't feel comfortable, going to go ahead and readdress. That's a good bit of advice for folks. When you get down and you don't feel quite right, get up. Don't fire anyway.
I got him maybe playing to roll into that 4 ball. Trouble is you don't want to send the 4 ball into that 8-9. That's a beauty. 2 rails back on the path that he came in. All he's got to do is get past the 7. Excellent. That's pure. Shoot and stop. Maybe back a few inches. All right, now this one's a little gamey because he has to come between the 8-9 or he's going to go high right, high left, 2 rails right between them. Wow. That's precise. That's he'd have to just punch it over or roll it. A little flat. Might have to go in front of it. Oh no.
He stuns it, wow.
He's perfect. That's just all tap ins. Nice out. 3-0 for Sean.
So how strong did that look? That was Sean made real quick work of that rack there once he got it opening.
The 2 ball was the money ball. He got correct on that 3 ball, and then all the other shots he had, he got between the 8-9, which was off the 7, which was a little bit of a trickster.
Folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart, and I'm here with George Hammerbacher. Hammerbacher? Hammerbacher. And we are covering the B&L First Annual 10-Ball Open Championship with a $5,000 ad. This is the final. And here we're at Center Pocket here in Bowie, Maryland. Rafael down 3-0 to Sean Wilkie. And even if he gets back and wins his set, he would have to double dip Sean. So Rafael's fighting a bit of an uphill battle right now.
Oh, look at this. He's dry and leaves Sean straight in on the one ball. And the 5-9 are locked up, but the 4 is over the side pocket. Sean is looking to see if he can draw his ball back to the deuce on this lower bottom rail here. He played the punch, beautifully
man.
played, little
He
straight.
makes it look so easy.
He wanted to go to middle diamond. He went a diamond too far. Now he's going to have to skin this ball inside, go between the 3 and the cushion to get correct. Didn't really have that shot available, but he's got to roll his 3 in the side. Tough shot. He's only got just a hair of that pocket, you know. If that ball even goes, it's hard to say from my vantage point.
Play the bank, maybe cross side, and just stick the cue ball there, right almost where it's at. And if you don't make it, you have the 8 ball for cover.
He's called the side pocket.
It's going to go in the side. For me, I might go cross corner with this shot, but you can't really question Sean.
Sold out too.
He was trying to get that cover behind the 6 in case he did not make the 3.
Well, you see, this is a golden opportunity because now the 3's a hanger, and he's got the correct shot on the 4 to go into the 5-9.
Oh, I'm not the tournament director. I'm over here. That's those guys. Yeah, that's those guys up there.
I know nothing. Now he's got to come into these balls easy, not hard, and he's got to come in and just about split to 5-9 off the cushion, so that he gets a little separation. Now he hit all 5 ball. That was a mistake. He had to split those balls to send the 5 to the corner pocket. But now it's just a safety. At 3-0, he can't afford to shoot at this ball. He just shakes his head.
Yeah, he's just.
He doesn't have
a
a
little
bank.
discouraged
He's
at the
got
moment.
nothing. Well, he's might try to. He's just thin it and go up table. Hit it real skinny. Go up to the top middle diamond and try to hide this between the 7 and 10.
If you hit a little thick, it's going to bring it out there over the right side between that gap and between the 8, 10, and 6 and 7. So you've definitely got to hit it thin.
This is, but you see, this one's a surefire hit. The skin ball, just he's got to gamble a little bit. Like that, it went a little too far on him.
So he definitely hit it thin.
Went to that middle diamond. And he left distance, which is
Yeah, I don't see much problem this with Sean. Sean's just going to play safety here, probably leave the cue ball up behind the 7-10.
bank towards the 6.
Howard, table 9.
Oh, too fast.
From the distance,
Yeah.
you see, that's what will still separate Sean
Yeah.
from these 800, 840 guys that you see on TV, on the champions, the 820s.
Yeah.
Even at that long distance, their speed control is that spot on, that impeccable. He's got to look at it.
Coming off the backside of it again, maybe.
No, he can thin this ball.
He's going to go for it.
That's a tender shot.
Yeah, I thought he called the pocket there, but a half-hearted call. Just a safety play.
Adam Green, Jimmy Barris, table 3. Adam Green, Jimmy Barris, table 3.
That's fortunate. This is a bank where he's going to play shape on the 6. Is headed towards that side pocket and that 7 ball if he banks at 5 on the line. Let's see what he does.
Oh, wow.
It went in between the 7 and the 6, and that's
Even
when
if it
you
goes
know.
in- yeah, it's
that-
just rolling against you, right? Man.
That's when you got to hit your auto start, get the car warmed up, and get ready to go to New York. That's when you know things
Cars
are.
outside warmed up, George, you think?
I got the automatic start on mine, and the clock's ticking on me.
Right, that's
I
right.
got to go with
4 minutes,
after
you
this
gotta go.
wreck. Yeah, I got 100 people waiting on me, literally. That's only buying time. Sean will put the cue ball on the rail inside the 6, skin the ball, and
Yeah, this is going to be heading towards 3 foul territory if you're not careful here.
coming right over there. I'd get not even there. I'd get, yeah. Well, he's just going to put some garlic breath on the 6.
Yeah, he's just going to barely brush the 6 ball.
And he's
Send
going
the cue ball 3 rails maybe.
But you see, this shot here
Just
leaves,
ran out of gas
it
on
leaves
it.
the easy kick off the bottom rail.
Yeah, he needed to get to that 3rd rail.
He needed to get onto the rail.
Yeah.
This is a better shot than he had. He actually outmoved Sean on that. No hit. 6 rocked.
I think Sean gave it to him.
Shouldn't have, because the 6 never got to the rail. You see The 6 rocked and it got caught in that trunk, like the track, and
Yeah,
didn't.
I saw it. I saw it.
And the 7 never caught. He's coming behind the 8-10. Beautiful shot.
Well done. Beautiful pace.
The kick on the 6, I don't think the 6 will go in off the 7 in the side, off the kiss shot. You can't reach it. Well, so long, folks. It was fun.
Thank you for everything, sir.
Are you leaving us? Okay. I'm sure. Well, wait, I had something. I think I had that thing for your wife in here. Hold on, let me not lose it. Okay, you run off in the car. This was a $35 gift card to Catco for helping, for making that thing for us. And then this is a card signed by all the ladies at the BCAB for her to get one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay? Thank you for coming down. We appreciate it. You will, we promise, man. You're in. Thank you.
All right, folks. This is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. George has left the building. And so it's just you and I for the rest of the day, the rest of the final. And I hope you've enjoyed having George in the booth. Gentleman is just a wealth of knowledge. So Rafael kicking at this 8-ball. Folks, if they might, it looks like the mic is a little loud because I had it rolled up for George. If the volume's good, let me know. If it's not, let me know. So Sean Wilkie to the table. uptight on that 9 ball. Sean is going to go ahead and ask for somebody to watch the hit. So Brian going to come over there with his phone, going to record it just in case there's any question. Sean needs to be careful not to draw back into the tip of his cue. A little delicate shot here. Often when you try this shot, you'll feel that little double hit. That is a foul, so you got to be careful. Oh, man, how good he hit that ball. I think he's gotten a little jacked up there with the point of on the side pocket. But he hit that pure. There was no foul there. Let's see what Sean's got in mind here. It's coming right at you. It looks like that point has got him. Oh, wow, nice shot. So Sean Wilkie up to 4-0 off of Rafael Debrero over Rafael. So, folks, I apologize if it's a little loud in the background. We have a few rowdy customers in here having a good time. Out here sweating the action. That's what's going on. Folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. We've got Sean Wilkie and Rafael Debrero in their final of the 2022 10-Ball Open for B&L. This is their $5,000 ad. And they had, I believe, 106 players here in the event. They had slated many more than that, but within like the last 48 hours, there was a number of players that decided to sort of bail out. I think it was somewhere close to $400 that was refunded in $20 entry fees, so you can do the math. So if there's ever a bad look for a group of people that were involved in an event, that's a bad look. You don't want to come out here and fill up a space, take somebody else's space, and then bail. So just a bad look. I hope folks that are out there that are watching, that were involved with that are listening, just evaluate themselves a little bit. Just not a good move for the sport. And if you are going to bail, don't ask for your money. You know, that's the bottom line. Don't be that crass if you're going to wait until the last minute and back out and ask for your cash. But by all measurements, this event has been a success. Everyone is happy. Everyone has no negative vibes here at all. Great pool. And Sean has been on fire all day. If you've been in his sites, you haven't sat on the table very long, or maybe you sat in your chair longer than you sat on the table. So Sean up 5-0, looking like a machine at the moment. So I think that Brian did the right thing by giving the money back. Sometimes you have to just walk the higher ground, and but you better believe that there's a note been taken, and the folks that didn't follow through, they probably won't be given a opportunity like that again, to where they can just sign up and get on the list with just paying the greens fee. I mean, that was really just to make a commitment, right? I mean, you're going to sign up for the tournament. You've made a commitment. In life, when you make commitments, you have to follow through with them. It's no different with anything else. And when people don't, that's when the sport starts taking a little bit of shellacking, because the credibility goes down. Well, I think given what I saw, Jeff, he did the right thing by bringing on those extra players, because if he didn't, what would have happened? Right? If those same people would have decided not to come and he didn't pad his field, what would have happened? So I give B&L a lot of credit, and that little soapbox was on me. That's not B&L. That's me saying, hey, the sport deserves a little better than that. So Rafael, trying to get on the board here, has a good line into the 5.
Wow, that's a nice shot. Thank you very much, Roy. I appreciate that. I hope your basement fills up real soon, sir. I know that you've been having some issues with trying to get your folks here. And listen, there's brighter skies on the horizon.
Sometimes this sounds weird. I'll hold my breath. Like, if I hold my breath, you're not going to understand.
So what a nice little shot there by Rafael to pin Sean up against that tip there, point. No, I didn't say the other word, tip. Got him up on the point. Beautiful hit there by Sean. All right, so Rafael looking to get on the board here. And he does. 1-5 on a race to 7. So I'd like to thank everybody that's been here all weekend, all the competitors out here giving it their best, all the folks at home that have been following us. We're giving it our best here as well. Sean Wilkie to break. 5-1. Going to be a little unlucky here. Cue ball hangs up in the jaws. One ball is not in a very likable spot. A little unfriendly. I agree, Rick. Rafael is very strong. He just has not had a chance to get going here in this match. He's made some of the highlight reel shots all weekend. And has had some really flashes of brilliance moving that cue ball around the table. Yeah, so if you think about a 106 player event, we're going to be done probably before 9 o'clock easy. So, man, pretty strong. The flow of the event was, nothing to complain about. They roped off the playing area, so some of the problems in the past of people cruising through the playing area was solved. And that's what it takes, identifying issues, resolving the issues, so your next event is even better. So hats off. I don't know if Rafael may be trying to thin off of this one and maybe try to play the 4-down table in the corner. Seems to be a bit of a hopeful shot. That's the shot right there. Good shot. I didn't think he had room to do that. I didn't think he could fit the cue ball back there, and it's hard to tell from this angle how much space is there. So pretty sweet little shot. Sean's going to go right back through the same opening. Just brushes off of that one ball. Thomas, I don't know. I could probably find out that for you. Or you could just jump on over to their page and see if you can look it up. But I wasn't familiar with Rafael until this weekend. And does he go by Rafael or does he just go by Ralph or Raf for his friends that know him? Oh wow! He was almost on a 90-degree angle and spun that ball in there with control. Yeah, you deserve to blow your hand off with that time. That's a hot hand right there, buddy. Thank you, Josh. So most likely he's going to pocket this 4, and I think the 6, 9, 10 is lined up in the side pocket there. I believe the 9, 10 is pretty wired, so if Sean can just get down there anywhere to play the 6 over towards that long rail, or the cue ball off the 6 to the 9 to the 10, I think it's pretty wired up there. Yeah, I'm glad the tournament director stood up and said something. We have people over here that are a little on the boisterous side, and it can be a little distracting. I know that Rafael, Raf has his earphones in, and several times in the last match, he had to sort of look up. I'm sure he was being distracted, and people were accidentally getting his attention, as it were. So now he'll take that combination.
Wilkie in Orlando, table 24.
And there it is. Sean goes up 6-1. Oh, he's on the hill on this race to 7. My name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. And ThinkTechMD is a technology services provider. And I am the owner of that company. And what we do is we can help your small businesses manage their IT services. We can maintain and patch your servers. If you are looking for a website, we can help you with that. Just about anything related to systems and technology. In 27 years, I've been the subject matter expert in many technologies, whether it's cloud, compute, and storage, whether it's backup, restore, disaster recovery, cybersecurity. Got all those certifications. Just reach on out, and we can get you squared away. Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. All right, so Rafael to break.
Lucas Varner.
Down 6-1.
Lucas Varner, Rob Daniel. Table 14, Lucas and Rob.
I believe Sean is sponsored by Lucasi. I have to check. So if that's the case, I believe he would be using the Lucasi cue. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I heard George say, that Sean is sponsored by, or is or was sponsored by Lucasi. Trying to get a good look at the butt of that cue while he was standing there. And I agree, John. Sean Wilkie is one of the top players in the area for sure. Any tournament that he enters, you gotta fancy him to be in the top of the table, if not vying for the championship. So Sean's going to go ahead and play the push.
Table 18, Riley Smith, table 18.
Rafael goes ahead and gives it back. You got to figure if he pushed to that spot, he had a plan. Generally, players don't push to an area where they don't think that they have something they can do if it's given back to them. Often players will push into a jump shot situation if they are adept at jumping the ball. But no jump here. Maybe. No, he's going to have to probably go off of the left long rail to the bottom short rail. Underneath the 1. That's why he's looking to see where the 9's going to go. I really like the way Sean thinks out his rack. You can just see his mind working as he moves around the table, plotting his strategy. All right, so Rafi at the table. Here's an opportunity. Well, I see the viewership creeping up, so I wanted to just say thank you to everybody for joining us. My name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. We're out here at Center Pocket, Bowie, Maryland. We're covering the final right now of the B&L 2022 10-Ball Open Championship, $5,000 added. At the table we have Rafael DeBrao, and he's down 1-6 on a race to 7, so he's got a tall order here. And if he does pull it out and manage to win this set, he would have to do it again because Sean would need to be double dipped. This is a true double elimination event. And Rafael coming from the B side. Nice play on that 10-ball. Rafael goes on the board again for another point. 6-2. Coming up on 9.5 hours of streaming today. We were right around 13 hours yesterday. So, pretty full couple of days as far as streaming goes. I hope everyone had a chance to pop in a couple of times. Check it out. I know that folks can't ride it out for the whole event, but we've had quite a good following and lots of comments in the chat, and we do appreciate that. Thank you to my fiance, Kelly Daniel, giving me the kudos for the stream, and I do appreciate it. And let me tell you, if it wasn't for Kelly and all the work that she does on the social media side, there is no way we would be where we were at as far as being able to go out and meet people and generate the influence that we do. She's a lot of that momentum behind the scenes. Ray Dixon, buddy, thank you very much. You're a trooper, bud.
Quan, table 7. Chimo, Quan, table 7.
Thank you, David. Oh, man. Ray, I know you're miserable, buddy. But keep the faith, man. You're going to be all right. Looks like the 10-ball. They just called. I'm not sure. Sometimes these players are motioning and they're thinking thinking in their head, and I'm reading into it thinking they're calling a pocket, but they're just going through their motions. I really don't know what the call is here. I did see a motion by the left-hand corner pocket with the 10-ball, but man. Oof. There's a... Did he get him? So say maybe a little reward there for Rafi. Man, fires that ball in there with authority, busts out the 3. You can see the 2. How good was that? Now a little trouble here getting back for the 3, I think. It's back there where he's at. that's about as good as you're going to get from that position. Didn't see much other option. So Sean just thinning off of that 3. Bring that cue ball back down table. Very nice shot. Now, I don't think Rafi's going to have a hard time hitting this ball. I believe he can go right off of that long rail up top there. Maybe require a little bit of left-hand spin. I think the side pocket there is right around where it would need to be if you need to go to the left of the 7 ball. Oh, how'd he hit it? Oh, wow. Beautiful shot, but not going to have the reward that is... Oh, no, I thought he called that ball. Oh. Wow. Yeah, so Sean's going to give it back to him. And so he's back where I thought he was when he had called... where I thought he had called the shot and just didn't get rewarded for it. So, you know, some work here. He's going to have to kick the 4 ball. So that's a case of Rafael just hitting that, I believe that was the 3 ball, just way too good. And I end up pocketing it. And Sean giving it back, and there's really no reward here. Nah, Justin, I thought that he did not. So not a bad result for what he was working with. Left plenty of ball for Sean. But really no pocket. I don't think he can cut this ball for sure. Bankin's taken away. Oh, all right. So the way he spun that ball, I was a little concerned that he was going to be able to spin that ball in that bottom right-hand corner pocket. And I just didn't see it. But he didn't have a shot, so went ahead and play safe. Spun that cue ball off the long rail, set it. The object ball on the opposite long rail, the cue ball on the other side. Has the 7 ball in between. Now, the way Rafi kicks, he might be able to kick back down towards that short rail up to the head string, to that head rail where he's at now, back down towards the 4. Now, the 5 ball, if it was a little closer to the pocket, would what we call make the pocket bigger. It kind of does, but you'd have to miss the pocket pretty badly for it to deflect into that corner pocket. You'd have to hit the 5 ball pretty full. But the point is, if the way he kicks with the last ball is any indication, it wouldn't be surprising to see him pocket this 4 ball. Especially with that little bit of help down there. Trying to go rail first. So it didn't quite work out as Rafael had planned. So let's see what Sean, excuse me. Let's see what, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. It's been a long day. Let's see what Sean is thinking. See if he wants to maybe just thin off of this 4-ball, send the cue ball up table. Bring the 4-ball back almost where it's at now.
Jimmy Various, Justin Pellet, table 1. Jimmy Various, Justin Pellet.
I don't really see an offensive shot here.
Jimmy Various, table 1.
Well, I think you do have a look at the side pocket. It's awful narrow. I don't think you want to go for that. You want to hold it for the 5, hold the cue ball for the 5. Maybe play safe, just, well, he's going to go for it. The alternative might be just to hit this ball with a little bit of stick, draw it back slightly, and send the cue ball down the other side of the table and use the 7-ball as cover. Play a multi-purpose shot. Try to play it in the side, and if you miss, hopefully it goes down table. But still, you want to draw it back a little bit. Try to use the 7-ball as cover. If you hit this ball to try to make it, it hangs in the pocket. Pretty much this is going to be over. Yeah. He got fortunate with that roll. Wow. So how many of you folks over there use this kicking method where you do that measuring with your cue? There's a few of you out there. I've seen the video, I just don't get it. That's a pretty good effort. I don't know if you got covered with the 10 there. I knew there was a few of you out there. Pretty much a do or die shot here for Rafa. He's got to make a good hit, or this is going to be curtains. Hello, Spike. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the stream. This is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, wow. Oh, you just don't deserve that. Well, the good news is the 5 ball's hanging near the corner pocket. And with the way he's been kicking balls, I fancy him to make this ball, and it's going to give a natural angle for the 6. So it's not over yet. Rick, I've tried it, and I start to get, I don't know if it's just because of my ADD, but I feel like I'm taking way too long, and I start pressuring myself because I'm up there trying to figure things out like that. So I just go back to what I know, and a lot of it is just knowing what the natural angle is from center ball and seeing how it's going to react, and just knowing or having my mind's eye is able to determine how much spin is going to deflect off the rail, how much the angle is going to change from the natural angle off the rail, the mirror. So I use that method, and I do generally use the diamonds, meaning that I can sort of predict using the diamonds where the cue ball is going to go as a grid, but I don't use it as a math. I know a lot of people out there start calculating things, and that would just make me a basket case trying to shoot pool. All of a sudden up there trying to figure out an SAT test in the middle of a pool match. Yeah, I think little indecision here. Good shot there by Sean. Yeah, there will be a little bit of Chris. I was going to say you will see these guys being a little bit more deliberate right now. There's a lot of cash in the line, being that's a final. And there's people over here sweating the match, so that adds additional pressure. So we've seen quite a few of what I call those delicate little thin nudges to a safe. And those, are really difficult. I mean, if you've ever tried those, it's really easy to chunk one and really change the angles and everything and what your mind is saying where things are going to go, and hang a ball out and leave it open. These guys, well, how many times have they exchanged safeties at this point? Sean needs a longer cue to do his measuring here. Is it going to get safe again? Is it going to get safe again? Holy cow. If you could just see Rafael's face over here. just saw him look up to the sky in disbelief. He's shaking his head there. So the way the first 5 games went, who would have thought that with Sean being on the hill at 7 o'clock, that at 7:50 we'd still be battling it out here, and in a safety exchange. It looked like this match was going to be over and but quick. There's the opening. So here's the thing. You've been kicking at balls. You've been thinning balls. Now you got to come with a shot. William, it's not that I don't disagree with you there. You know, I get it. But you can't all of a sudden implement a time clock in the final. So if you're going to have a shot clock, you need to have it throughout the event. And there's times that I agree that there should be a time clock. But as a general rule or a general statement as far as Sean goes, the man is as lightning fast. And once there's an opportunity, he's not going to be taking his time. Well, let me rephrase that. He's a calculated dude anyway, but he's going to be a little quicker at the approach. Just like right now. As soon as he had a chance, that's... he might have got a little straight here. Which kind of sucks if you're Sean. I see him looking up a little bit, probably not very pleased. Oh, wow. Nice shot. Good control by Sean. So barring a miscue or a mistimed hiccup, this might be it. So Sean, for the match and the title of the 2022 10-ball champion, $5,000 ad. Thank you to B&L for inviting us out today. I hope you all enjoyed the event. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to us. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. We'll be back out here. And most definitely, we have the JP Newt coming up, the ladies tour. So check and follow the TTMD Billiards streaming page. And we appreciate each and every one of our followers. Thank you very much. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Bye now. Thank you very much, Brian. And all you folks, have a great evening. Have a great rest of your weekend. And you'll hear from us again soon. Bye now.